Welcome to this hollow theater where humanity performs a grand comedy of false competence to hide the void within their own fragile mind. We use a single ink stroke to divide the comfortable lies of the world from the raw and often painful truth of existence. Do not seek comfort in these frames. Instead, prepare to witness the dismantling of everything you were taught to believe was sacred forever. Number 1 reveals the quantum humiliation of the USB port, a technological trap designed to expose your complete lack of basic physical intuition. Look at this pathetic creature trying to connect to the digital world while failing a simple 50-50 probability test every single day. He flips the connector, certain of success, only to face the same cold resistance from a port that refuses to cooperate properly now. The corporate world built a trap for your time. We lose years of our lives flipping a simple piece of industrial plastic daily. We have collectively spent countless hours of our lives reflipping a tiny metal rectangle because of a cost-saving measure from the late 90s. It is a miracle of modern frustration. When it finally slides in, you feel a brief moment of triumph in a broken world. They sell you the solution with a new shape, but the frustration remains the same in this endless cycle of digital desperation today. We are slaves to the interface. The drive is a key that never fits, a symbol of our own inability to master technology. Reject the digital ghost. The metal rectangle is a lie designed to test your patience while the world moves toward a wireless future. The metal ghost vanishes. From the digital era, we arrive at the mathematical prison of the fabric that we simply cannot fold. Number 2 is the elastic nightmare of the fitted sheet, a domestic puzzle that makes even the most capable adults feel utterly worthless. You search for the matching corners like a lost soul in the dark, only to find that this fabric has no beginning today. It is like trying to wrestle an octopus that has had too much caffeine. The elastic edges are a force of pure chaos. We surrender to the chaos of the linen. Folding is a magic trick we cannot master, so we hide our failures in darkness. We pretend to be organized adults, but our closets are filled with the wadded evidence of our own domestic and physical incompetence now. You watch the experts online with their perfect rectangles, but you know in your heart that they are either wizards or liars. They sell you the dream of a tidy home, but they never show the 47 failed takes it took to succeed. Perhaps the sheet is a metaphor for life. Some things were never meant to be folded. They were meant to be messy forever. Stop lying to your guests. Your linen closet is a graveyard of elastic monsters, and your own pride is buried inside today. The domestic beast is gone. Trust the rhythm of your hands as we face the design traps hidden in every modern door. Number 3 reveals your shameful struggle against the simple push door, an architectural joke played on a species that thinks it is smart. Your brain sees a handle and screams pull, but the cold reality of physics demands a push that you are not prepared for. For a split second, your brain short circuits. You double take at the handle as if the door is somehow broken or faulty. We blame the hinges, but the error is in the architecture. Society builds traps for our minds and calls them modern functional designs. It is a labyrinth of bad design. Every handle is a question, and every flat plate is a lie in this modern world. You are not an idiot. You are a victim of a Norman door, a design so poor it makes you doubt your intelligence. They design the world to trick you, then watch you struggle while pretending that their clinical and cold logic is actually flawless. Shatter the illusion of your own stupidity. The world is broken, and the doors are just the first signs of the chaos today. True freedom is knowing that the door is a lie. Walk through the shadows and find the path that requires no handles anymore. The door remains closed. From the public failure, we enter the theater of silence where every single snack becomes a sonic explosion. Number 4 explores the sonic betrayal of the plastic snack bag, turning your private hunger into a loud and very public social disaster. You attempt the slow-motion reach, but the material is a traitor, conducting a symphony of aluminum foil that everyone can easily hear. Every micro explosion of sound acts as a foghorn in the silence. The librarian's eyes lock onto you with sharp mechanical precision. The stiff film is designed to protect freshness, but it only betrays your secrets. We are never truly silent when internal hunger speaks. One bite represents a tectonic shift. You become the conductor of a natural disaster while trying to satisfy a simple human craving completely. Corporations sell you the crunches of virtue, hiding the high cost of the noise that makes you a lonely social outcast forever. Modern science claims the bag is loud for preservation, yet we know it is a trap for the socially anxious human souls perpetually. Give up the hopeless struggle. You cannot eat in silence in a world built for noise. Accept your fate as the loud eater. Stop fearing the crinkle of the foil. The real danger is a hunger that you are too afraid to share with others lately. The echo finally fades. From the crinkling shame, we attempt the surgical precision of protecting the screens that rule our modern lives. Number 5 reveals the surgical failure of the screen protector, where a single speck of dust destroys our dream of a perfect surface. You hold your breath like a surgeon in a vacuum, only to realize the entire world is a conspiracy against your glass armor. That tiny speck teleported from another dimension just to ruin your day and drive you into a state of pure domestic madness. You seek perfection in a dusty reality. Push one bubble out, and your biological failure merely creates 3 more bubbles somewhere else. The phone becomes a plastic landscape of failure. You seek a flat surface, but you end up creating a wobbly and synthetic mess. They profit from our desire for flawed armor. A flawless shield is a marketing lie that empties our heavy wallets every single month. Accept the friction. Perfection is a digital mirage that blinds you to the raw and beautiful imperfections of the living world. Reject the glass prison. The bubbles are just air trying to breathe inside the synthetic and clinical armor you forced upon your life. True protection is not found in plastic, but in the clarity to accept the natural dust and the raw truth of existence. The dust war is lost. From the plastic failure, we face the industrial nightmare of building the wooden cages we call home. Number 6 reveals the industrial nightmare of furniture assembly, where we follow alien drawings until our domestic sanity finally breaks into pieces. You stare at the diagram, nodding with a false confidence while your brain screams in terror at the mysterious, squiggly lines on paper. The metal tool is too small for the task. You are fighting a war against flat-pack wood with a weapon made for children. The extra screws are not spares. They are the missing soul of your creation. We pretend to build while we merely survive IKEA. We straighten our backs and act in control when others watch. But inside, we are one missing wooden dowel away from a breakdown. They design the struggle to save their own costs, turning your living room into a factory where you pay for your own labor. You are a prisoner of the instruction manual. The furniture is a cage built with your own hands and your mounting domestic frustration. Give up the dream of being a master builder. You are just a man with a wrench trying to survive a corporate puzzle. The final piece is always a lie. The stability you seek is an illusion held together by a single screw that you lost. The wood finally splinters. From the building failure, we seek the siren song of the quick nap that always leads to darkness. Number 7 explores the trap of the quick nap that transforms a 15-minute rest into a deep and groggy 3-hour coma. You set the alarm for a brief escape, but your mind spends the precious time haunting you with every single past social failure. The bridge to the dream world is finally crossed, but you are a traveler who has lost the map back to the light. We gamble with our consciousness and lose. The quick nap is a siren song that leaves you feeling more broken than before. You wake up at sunset with the confusion of a man who has traveled through time while licking the carpet of his soul. They sell you the power nap as a productivity tool, but they hide the sleep inertia that turns your brain into heavy lead. Waking up is a violent act. The clock is a predator and you are the prey in this endless cycle of forced rhythms. Only those who can fold a fitted sheet can master the quick nap. Since both are lies, we are all forever doomed. The coma lingers in your veins. You are a ghost in your own life, waiting for the coffee to wake your dead soul. The darkness lifts. From the sleeping coma, we face the dental ritual of the morning lie that we tell to our smiling doctors. Number 8 reveals the dental lie of daily flossing, where we treat a thin string like a divine ritual we only perform once. Watch the lonely figure clutching his unused floss like a sacred relic, while the bacteria establish a thriving and complex civilization between teeth. You unleash a natural disaster upon your own mouth once every 6 months, hoping to hide the evidence of your persistent daily neglect. The dentist sees the blood and knows the truth. We buy the tools of health to maintain the illusion of being very disciplined. Your bleeding gums are the lie detector test you fail every time while sitting in that cold chair pretending to be a saint. Millions of microscopic citizens are planning world domination in your molar crevices, while you tell yourself that brushing is enough for your survival. Corporations sell you tiny plastic swords to fix your laziness, turning oral hygiene into a mountain of discarded waste that will outlive you. That unopened pack of string has seen more of the world in your suitcase than most people ever will in their entire lives. Stop lying through your unflossed teeth. The horror show beneath your smile reveals the truth about your internal discipline and your true nature. The dental string breaks, From the oral lie, we meet the party ghost of forgotten names that vanish before the introduction is finished. Number 9 reveals the social amnesia of forgotten names, where your mind erases a person's identity before they even finish their introduction. Only 2D stick figure repeats a name like a desperate magic spell, while the charcoal ink letters slowly evaporate into the white void. 2 minutes later, the identity is gone. You stand in a vacuum of silence, staring at a face that has no label. You start using generic labels like chief or buddy to hide the void in your memory while performing a very awkward social dance. Panic erupts when you must introduce a stranger. Your brain chooses mysterious coughing or a fake phone call over admitting your failure. We try visual association tricks, but our minds are too busy worrying about our handshake or the food stuck in our teeth. Social grace is a thin mask for profound forgetfulness. We pretend to connect while our internal hard drive is already full of static. The only name you never forget belongs to your ex-lover, which is entirely useless for surviving this specific and awkward social encounter. Accept your role as a social ghost. You are a stranger in a room full of people whose labels you have already deleted. The names dissolve into 5 black ink balls. From the social void, we reach the final mirage of multitasking, where we drop everything. Number 10 reveals the multitasking mirage, where we believe our brains are computers, while we merely drop every single ball we catch. Look at this stick figure failing at 5 things simultaneously, while pretending to be an efficient machine of modern industrial production completely. Your consciousness is not a processor running multiple programs, but a hyperactive squirrel jumping between different trees and dropping nuts everywhere. Switching focus creates a mental tax that drains your limited efficiency. We trade deep mastery for the hollow comfort of looking busy. Researchers discovered that those who brag about their skills are usually the ones making the most mistakes in this digital circus. Constant task switching drops your cognitive power by 10 points, making you as useful as a traveler who pulled a long all-nighter. Corporate culture praises the illusion of speed while ignoring the wreckage of quality that follows every single distracted and shallow human action. The real superpower is finishing one single thing properly, but nobody wants to brag about basic competence on their professional resume. Stop acting like a machine and accept your human rhythm. The busy mind is often an empty soul searching for a purpose. The gears of your productivity shatter into thousands of black ink sparks. From the multitasking trap, we wake up to the truth. We have walked through the shadows of 10 daily lies, realizing that we are all merely amateurs performing in this vast theater. Join this quiet revolution by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Leave your unique thoughts below to wake the world from this profitable sleep. The curtain is closing, but your real life is beginning. Stay curious, stay defiant, and never stop questioning every single beautiful lie.